Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Before we begin, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. In an era where TV icons frequently seem beyond reach, the hidden lives of stars rarely mirror the flawlessness displayed on screen. Yet, even legends are not shielded from sorrow. Kelly Ripa, the admired co-host of Live with Kelly&Mark, lately disclosed a scene that left viewers startled, a poignant parting from her husband, Mark Consuelos. Celebrated for their multi-decade romance, the couple has long been viewed as entertainment royalty, a union that seemed indestructible. But in a confidential moment that surfaced, Kelly's unfiltered emotions unveiled a facet of their life audiences rarely glimpse: the distress, fragility, and grief beneath the fame. The report sent ripples across digital platforms. Fans accustomed to seeing Kelly's vibrant energy and Mark's magnetic persona were left speechless. How could such a spirited couple encounter such a harrowing moment? What was the narrative behind Kelly's weeping adieu? This account examines the emotional truth, the burden of fame, and the tenacity of a pair honored globally. Kelly and Mark's journey began on the set of All My Children, where their obvious rapport flourished. They wed in a breathtaking event and nurtured 3 children, expertly juggling showbiz careers with domestic life. From the outside, their existence seemed ideal, a flawless mix of affection, mirth, and triumph. Yet, even the most lauded bonds face tribulations. Insiders close to the duo verify that Mark has been navigating private hurdles that strained the bedrock of their union. These trials, though internal, have emerged in the public eye in the most gut-wrenching way. Kelly's tearful parting is more than a moment of misery. It is a glimpse into the hardships even the seemingly perfect tolerate. Persistent wellness concerns, emotional tension, and the demands of celebrity have all played a part in a stretch of adversity for Mark. And while Kelly's fortitude has long been her defining trait, witnessing her spouse's anguish pushed her to a profoundly exposed state. On a day audiences will never forget, Kelly, known for her animated spirit and sharp wit, showed up on screen clearly moved. Her efforts to remain steady swiftly yielded to sobbing as she addressed Mark. The event was unmasked, unprocessed, and breathtaking for onlookers. "I never pictured I'd have to bid farewell like this," Kelly confessed, her voice faltering. "Observing him endure this has been one of the toughest things I've ever navigated." For millions tuning in, seeing a typically collected and engaging Kelly overcome by sentiment was jarring. Social media erupted with feedback, supportive hashtags surged, and sincere homages streamed in from everywhere. This somber adieu wasn't regarding physical space or a separation. It was a departure from a phase defined by hardship, doubt, and hidden struggles. In divulging this deeply intimate moment, Kelly exposed a side of life few have perceived. The delicacy behind the star, praised for his appeal and on-camera charm, has faced enduring health obstacles alongside the requirements of a high-stakes career. Balancing production dates, media spots, and parental duties left him manually and mentally taxed. Kelly, ever the loyal companion, has been his constant anchor. Yet even the mighty have thresholds, and watching Mark's ongoing tribulations took a toll on her, climaxing in a public outpouring of raw sentiment that shook viewers worldwide. Kelly's departure was particularly moving because of the intensity of their connection. Throughout their marriage, the pair has been transparent about their devotion, applauding both victories and setbacks. Her weeping goodbye resonated not as a mark of fragility, but as a testament to lasting devotion. Fans were reminded that true love embraces both delight and distress. By showing her vulnerability openly, Kelly humanized the star experience, proving that even the most admired figures face life's ordeals. digital networks exploded with reactions, disbelief, compassion, and unity as followers connected powerfully with her moment of truth. One observer wrote, "Seeing Kelly falter over Mark made me cry. Love isn't just about the highlights, it's about weathering agony together." Notwithstanding the sorrow, Kelly and Mark aren't confronting this period in isolation. Friends, kin, and experts have stepped forward to offer assistance. The couple has reportedly been engaging in counseling and prioritizing wellness to traverse these obstacles. Their offspring have offered solace and cheer, acting as reminders of the life and passion that persisted despite woes. Kelly Ripa's moving adieu to Mark Consuelos reverberates far past Hollywood. It is a timeless story of devotion, exposure, and the human journey. Whether famous or ordinary, facing grief and hardship is inevitable. Kelly's transparency encourages the recognition of pain as a path towards restoration and tightens bonds among supporters and communities alike. In an age often ruled by polished perfection, Kelly's honesty is a forceful demonstration of valor. Her public display has also rekindled dialogues about mental wellness, especially in the media sector, where high demands can shroud personal turmoil. By revealing her vulnerability, Kelly defies these expectations and inspires mercy, understanding, and aid. While distressing, the parting also highlights tenacity, devotion, and hope. Kelly and Mark's narrative reminds global fans to treasure ties, confront hurdles honestly, and view vulnerability as a strength. Their pathway remains a testament to the enduring strength of love in the shadow of adversity. Kelly Ripa's poignant farewell to Mark Consuelos is more than a tabloid topic. It is a profoundly personal story. It reflects universal conflicts, the might of partnership, and the courage to embrace fragility. For followers, the moment was both crushing and illuminating, proving that even amid anguish, connection, faith, and resilience prevail. The moment that flickered across television screens across the nation was more than just a segment. It was a profound shift in the narrative of a couple who had, for decades, defined the very essence of a Hollywood fairy tale. When Kelly's voice first caught, a hush seemed to fall over the live studio audience. This was not the rehearsed banter of a morning show or the playful ribbing that has become a hallmark of their dynamic with Mark Consuelos. This was the sound of a wall coming down. The tearful farewell that has since dominated headlines was a culmination of months of behind-the-scenes tension that neither the bright studio lights nor the meticulously applied makeup could fully hide. For those who watch Live with Kelly and Mark religiously, the signs were subtle but present. There were moments where Mark's usually sharp wit seemed momentarily eclipsed by a far-off gaze, or where Kelly's infectious laughter ended a second too soon, replaced by a quiet look of concern. When the dam finally broke, it happened during a transition into a segment about resilience. Kelly, ever the professional, attempted to introduce the guest, but the words wouldn't come. Beside her, Mark reached out to take her hand, a gesture of solidarity that has been their anchor since the mid-90s. But this time, the touch seemed to trigger a release of all the built-up pressure. "I never imagined I'd have to say goodbye like this," she had whispered. In that breath, the perfect facade of Hollywood royalty didn't just crack, it shattered, revealing the raw, beating heart of two people struggling to keep their heads above water in a sea of public expectations. To understand the weight of this current chapter, one must look back to the set of All My Children in 1995. Their love story didn't begin in a VIP lounge or at a high-profile gala. It began in the trenches of daytime television. As Haley and Mateo, they were the quintessential young lovers, but off-camera, they were building something far more substantial. Their 1996 elopement to Las Vegas was a bold statement of independence, a declaration that their bond belonged to them and them alone. Over the next 30 years, they navigated the treacherous waters of the entertainment industry with a grace that seemed effortless. They raised 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, under the relentless glare of the paparazzi, yet managed to instill in them a sense of groundedness and humility. They were the couple that everyone wanted to be, successful, attractive, and genuinely in love. But as the recent emotional display has shown, the cost of maintaining that image while simultaneously battling the unseen battles mentioned by sources close to the family has been immense. While the public sees the charismatic leading man, those within their inner circle have witnessed a different side of Mark Consuelos in recent months. The chronic health issues hinted at in the initial reports are not just physical ailments, they are the result of a lifetime of high-performance living. The transition from actor to daily talk show host brought with it a new kind of pressure, the pressure to be on every single morning, regardless of what was happening behind closed doors. Reports suggest that Mark has been dealing with a series of health setbacks that, while not life-threatening, have been persistent and draining. Chronic pain, combined with the emotional exhaustion of a career that demands constant accessibility, began to take a toll on his legendary stamina. For a man who prides himself on being the protector and the provider, the realization that he needed to step back and prioritize his own well-being was a bitter pill to swallow. Kelly's goodbye was not to him, but to the version of their life that didn't allow for this kind of fragility. It was a farewell to the unbreakable myth, making room for a more honest, albeit painful reality. The